myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving.
Yo, what is up? It is me, it's Keenan. We're back. We're in the building with another episode of 7200 Seconds. I got my guy, Coach Donte. He's always, we got Coach Donte, a.k.a. he is the sports library, man. He is the encyclopedia. Coach, what's going on, man?
Oh, man, I'm happy, man. I'm very excited. You know what? We had a sermon on Christian Kirksey yesterday. I'm so happy to let some of that garbage go that D'Amico Ryans let up out of the building. But another else for another time for another day. I'm just ready to get right into some. Get right into it.
Yes, sir. So we got some headlines to go over before we get down deep into the nitty-gritty of things. Today is cut day in the NFL, ladies and gentlemen, and some names has been cut we didn't think was going to be cut. Some people made the team. Let's just get right into it. We had Will Greer. He got the can only because of the trade. But he balled out that last game, but it didn't even matter. He got the boot. Malik Cunningham was a surprise because the Patriots don't have no quarterbacks on their team. They got rid of Malik. They got rid of Malik Cunningham. And they got rid of Bailey Zappi. It's just Mac Jones. What is Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft doing over there in Foxborough?
I have no idea what they're doing. I thought they cut Bailey Zappi, but just because I thought they were more higher on Malik Cunningham by cutting Bailey Zappi, but I don't know what they're doing. They must think the Patriots, if they do these moves, if they do these two moves that they did, they must got something up their sleeve. Something got to happen. You can't go into, the season versus the Philadelphia Eagles and you don't have a plan at quarterback, especially going with Matt Jones as your only quarterback on your roster. So something got to be up, right? Something real fishy got to happen if you're going to have just Matt Jones on the roster. And Bailey Zappi is a surprise cut because I thought he was actually performing better than Matt Jones. But other than that, the Patriots didn't see it that way. A lot of Patriots fans like the Malik Cunningham as well. So again, I think it's something. The Patriots up to something. I really think they're up to something. Ain't no way in the world you're going into the season, especially within 2 weeks, not getting another quarterback and going into the season with playing the Philadelphia Eagles only with Matt Jones. I think it's something up their sleeve. I won't be surprised if they go out to Colt McCoy, someone who's released from the Arizona Cardinals. I think he could be an option. They pick up off the waiver wire, but this waiver wire is gonna be something serious. In these last few days or hours or something like that. But don't be surprised if Colt McCoy becomes an option for the New England Patriots as well, or Bailey Zappi. Bailey Zappi is definitely gonna get picked up by someone. PJ Walker definitely is a
They can have Ian Book.
Huh?
They can have Ian Book.
Yeah, hey, if they get in book, they get in book. They get in book. What's up, Desto? What's up, my guy? How you doing today? My Houston guy.
Your man, rookie wide receiver for the Seahawks, Jake Bobo.
Yeah!
Jake Bobo.
Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, that's my guy, man. Jake Bobo, I've been raving about this guy since UCLA. My guy made the team. So excited. Jackson Smith, the Jigba, was out for the next couple of weeks. So I hope he can find a way to get on the field and make an impact. Special teams could be a difference as well. But I'm very excited, for me to be raving about Jake Bobo throughout the whole preseason through college, for him to make the roster. He went undrafted. So this is something special. He went undrafted. So very impressed with Jake Bobo, man. Yeah, I liked it. That's my boy, man. Jake Bobo, yes.
See, we had Eli Ricks, undrafted free agent. He
Yep.
made the team. Eli Ricks played great during the Eagles preseason. I knew he was getting on the team. Also, Nick Folk gets traded to the Titans. So not only does the Patriots get rid of all of their quarterbacks, they get rid of their kicker too.
Yep.
Melvin Gordon, he gets released from the Ravens. I already knew he wasn't gonna make no team. We knew this. Also, the Eagles got rid of damn near all of their special teamers, including the punter, which he stunk. So Howie, I need you to call one side quick and now. Matt Ariza needs to be in some Eagles green because we got a job for him. Matt Ariza did get, I think he got unfair shake by the Bills. They cut him before they knew the whole situation. And so Howie, make the call because we need a punter. Let me see. I know there's some trades here and there. Kelvin Joseph goes to the Dolphins for Noah Ngabane. I think that's what it is. Sorry if I butchered that name. Justin Ross, he made the Chiefs team, so he is with the Chiefs. Of course, Trey Sermon gets the boot. I already knew that because our running back room was stacked. Might come back on the practice squad, though. Chosen Anderson. If y'all don't know who Chosen Anderson is, used to be Robbie Anderson. The Dolphins cut. So we got a wide receiver on waiver wire. Somebody need a wide receiver. I mean, he's still serviceable. After the scare last year, DeMar Hamlin is on the team. Made the roster, 53-man roster. So DeMar Hamlin will be in the roster with the Bills. Cedric Wilson reworked the contract, so he's staying with the Dolphins. And let's see what else. Jalen Smith, he gets the boot from the Saints. Hasn't had a fair, he's been around the block a few times. But he could be up on the Saints practice squad. Anything else? Will Lutz got traded to Denver to reunite with Sean Payton. So some little things that happened today. Bradley Roby, he got cut from the Saints, another quarterback. Von Miller is going to be on the PUP list. They also put Jonathan Taylor on the PUP list, but they couldn't make no trades for Jonathan Taylor. Is that a good or a bad thing, or you still think they're going to try to trade?
I still think they're going to trade him. I still think they're going to trade him in the middle of the season. I still think they would do it. He's going to be missing 4 games, so of course he won't play against us in week 2. But I think they're still going to trade him. I think that trade for the Dolphins and for them or whoever team that wants him, I think that's still on the market. I think that's still done. But the only thing about it is going to have to be in the season, during the season. They're going to have to trade him. I think they will still trade him.
And your man Jalen Reagor, he got booted too. Vikings cut him. Reagor just can't get no shake. Austin Watkins Jr. got released from the Browns. Malcolm Butler is working out a new deal with the Falcons. It's a good move. Nothing else too special. Nothing, a couple other people made the team. Some, releases. But I'm just going through like the noticeable ones right now. Deion Jones. The Panthers released him. He's a former Pro Bowler with the Falcons. He got released today. Let me see what else. Really interesting. Nothing that's eye-catching. If some more stuff pop up, of course we're gonna go over it. What else?
Yep.
That was really it as far as the headlines really go. Let me just check and go through everything just to make sure I didn't miss anything. And of course, if I did, y'all are more welcome to, quote me on it. But I don't think so. I think we did cover all of that. Again, it is cut day. Today is cut day in the NFL. So had to all the teams had to make their roster down from 77 to 53.
Yep.
And the season, so that's officially over. They had to do it by 4:00, and it's already 5:11. So all the teams have been cut to 53, and we're on to week 1, ladies and gentlemen. Next week we will go over picks and predictions of week 1. So that is back in the books. But all right, Donte, let's get down to the nitty gritty of things here. We all seen what the Cardinals are doing right now. The Cardinals cut Colt McCoy. They get Josh Dobbs. They traded Isaiah Simmons to the Giants. Kyler Murray will end up on the PUP list because he did have that ACL injury.
Yep.
Are the Cardinals trying to tank without saying they're tanking?
I think they're tanking. I think they are tanking. The Cardinals are tanking. There's a sure indication, that the Cardinals not going to win many games. They will have a top 2 pick in the NFL draft. So it was an interesting method this morning that my guy that I would listen to, JG. Shout out to JG, my boy over there on the Sports Empire Network. Big shout out to JG. So it's a indication that I actually like what he said. He actually said that the Cardinals will tank for Caleb Williams, which is fair. Tank for Caleb Williams, and also pulling Lincoln Riley from USC. That will be something interesting because I believe Cardinals going to be so bad that Jonathan Gannon will be losing his job. They will be so bad. They will be so bad. So if that sucks for him because he's not going to really get an opportunity. Well, he's going to get a 4-year opportunity, but the team, he just been a part of a bad organization. But other than that, it is what it is, man. Again, the quarterback situation, they lost Colt McCoy. Well, I thought they was going to get it going. They decided to cut him. So Clayton Tune may be the starting quarterback over there, which he wasn't bad in the preseason. But other than that, they're completely on the mode of tanking. And Kyler Murray could come back this season, but I believe they're going to be so bad they should sit him out the rest of the season. They shouldn't even play him. I mean, that's how bad they're really going to be. They're really going to be. Is they going to even have a victory by the time he scheduled to come back? I don't think they should play him. I think they should continue to tank and lose games. And if they want to trade Kyler Murray, they could. But I think the contract is going to be the problem for the Cardinals to try to come up off that.
What's going on, Daniel Berry? Appreciate you being in the chat as always. Ern, I see you. Cool. What's going on? Kyler, we may not see Kyler Murray like you said this year. If by the time he comes back and they won like 1 or 2 games, what's the point of playing him? You don't want to risk him getting another injury, and then that'll be all she wrote. Josh Jacobs is back with the Raiders. I know Raider Nation is happy because if not, that team is about to be a total dumpster fire without Josh Jacobs. Talk about how important Josh Jacobs is to this Raiders team.
Well, he's definitely gonna be what you call Jimmy Garoppolo's best friend. Because that's what the Raiders won most of their games on last year, was the run game of Josh Jacobs and him being one of the top running backs in the league. So that's how they actually won most of their games. Him and Devontae Adams, was part of the reason why the Raiders, won most of those games. But other than that, that's a huge safety blanket, for Jimmy Garoppolo. And he needs a running game. You don't want him dropping back 50, 30 times in a game. You don't want him dropping back too much because he's not going to be able to beat anybody with his arm. He's a very good game manager. He's a very good game manager. Sometimes his decision-making can be a little iffy, but again, he does keep his turnover ratio rate down. He is an accurate passer when you give him some time in the pocket. The only problem I got with that, I don't think their defense will be really good. Their defense is really not that good, really not good. So I think Jimmy Garoppolo basically benefited from being in San Francisco because San Francisco was the top defense in the league. They were able to take Jimmy Garoppolo to get him to the Super Bowl, get him to a NFC Championship game, and all he didn't need to do was turn the ball over. With the Raiders, that's not the case right now. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have to win some games with his arm if the running game from Josh Jacobs is not working. You got Devontae Adams over there. You still got Hunter Renfrow. But other than that, this defense, I got to just see what this Raiders defense is going to be about. This Raiders defense is still Not even if they're not in the top 15 in the league, or if they in the top 20, it's not going to get it done. That tells you Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have to win some games on his arm, on his throwing ability.
And Garoppolo ain't that mobile, so he stays in the pocket. It's a wrap for defenses can feast off of Garoppolo. But Tampa Bay already named Baker Mayfield as their starter. Can Baker save his career in Tampa?
Depends on what type of season he have. I mean, they got players. Tampa Bay got some good players. They got some solid players. Don't get me wrong with that. They got some solid players. I mean, Chris Godwin, if he can stay on the field, Mike Evans, who's a 1,000-yard receiver every single year. They got some of their defensive guys coming back if they can stay healthy. They can be like a 7-win team, but it's all up to Baker Mayfield to keep his turnovers down and be consistent. I think they can win 7 games. I don't think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team is bad with what a lot of people think. He showed some stability to win you a ball game. Aaron, remember that, just like he beat the Raiders last year on a 99-yard touchdown drive. So he showed some stability. His thing, he's too cocky. He's got to be more of a leader, and he's got to keep his turnovers down. If he can do that and get the ball to Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, and those guys like that, and they can run the football very well with Rachaad White, I think they can be fine. They can win 7 games. They can win at least 7 or 6 games. I don't think the team would be bad. Is that bad?
I still think Mike Evans gets 1,000 yards this season. I don't care what nobody says. You know that production each year with different quarterbacks. I know minus Tom Brady, but before Tom Brady, he still was. With Jameis Winston, he's still putting up 1,000 yards, and he's going to do that this year with Baker Mayfield. He could save his career. You might want to put some pieces around Baker if some others don't work out. But this might be a saving grace for Tampa Bay. Angels just released everyone on their team. You talking about Fridge? Aaron still says he hates Josh McDummy. And yes, the Eagles did cut Trey Sermon because our running back room was crowded. So I know somebody had to get the boot. Justin Jefferson, we all know how good Justin Jefferson is, and number 2 overall on the top 100 list. Is he ranked too high for a wide receiver?
You say what?
Justin Jefferson. He was number 2. He was ranked number 2 on the top 100 list. Do you think number 2 is too high for a wide receiver?
Hell no. He was the best receiver in football last year. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The players know that. The players, these coming from the players. These coming from the players who play against this guy. These coming from cornerbacks who play against this guy. So they know what it's like to play against him. They know it's a tough guard. I mean, you can say, like I say, Jair Alexander did a number on him, but it happens. It happens in the game of football. It happens. But again, no, I don't think he's too high. I mean, he was the best receiver in football, 1,800 yards. Last year, 1,800 yards. But like I say, I still think Devontae Adams is the best overall receiver in football. But last year, he was the best receiver in football. So I don't think it's too high. I don't think it's too high at all. And the players ranked him as the second best player in football that year. That's during the season. That's that year. Now, it may change coming next year. He may take a drop, but he ain't going to take a drop like that. But again, it's not too high for a wide receiver, definitely. I mean, could be one of the best players that ever played the game of football, Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice, he's a wide receiver. He's a wide receiver in the game of football. So other than that, I don't think it's too high. He had the best season out of any wide receiver in the league. And hey, I don't think it's too high for a wide receiver. You out there performing, hey, you're gonna get that respect, and he deserves that respect.
Straight facts. I think they're trying to get a deal done for him before the season starts. So let's see if he gets his contract before or while in the season or after. But they're still trying to. We all know that contract's going to be huge once he gets it. Jerry Jones. It is not a show if we're not talking about Jerry Jones, the Cowboys, or somebody in that order. But Jerry Jones, one, he did admit that if Jalen Hurts fell to him, he would have scooped him. But that's not what we're talking about. Trey Lance gets traded from the 49ers to Dallas. So we got two questions here for this. Is it an issue, that Jerry Jones did not consult Dak Prescott and his head coach about making this trade?
It is. It could be a little bit of an issue. Yeah, it is. You got what you want to do. You got to you want to make sure you confirm, especially Dak Prescott and your head coach, what you're gonna do. So it could be a little bit of an issue, but again, Jerry Jones is the man. He's the man. Everything run through him. It's his say so. So he's gonna do whatever it feel like he needs to do to help his team out. And Trey Lance, to me, I know many people are against it, but I'm the only one staying foot that he hasn't had a fair opportunity. I mean, he didn't lose his job on the field. He did not lose his job on the field. He did not lose his job because he was playing bad football. He lost his job because of the injuries, the broken leg. And Brock Purdy was to come in there, and he won 8 games in a row. Including 2 playoff games before he got knocked out. Before he got knocked up out of the game. Now he comes in this offseason, struggling, pretty much struggling, throwing interceptions in training camp and stuff. I really want to see what Brock Purdy is going to do. But like I said, I'm going to stand by what I say. I don't think 262 snaps, 262 snaps, played in, I think he played a full game against my Houston Texans. He looked pretty solid in there. He played in the middle of the game against Seattle when Jimmy Garoppolo went out. That's another game. And I think he played against the Bears game. So he only played 4 regular season games. He only played 4 regular season games. And it's just bad management by Kyle Shanahan. But I feel like he didn't get an opportunity. If you want to say he has gotten an opportunity, you can't. Injuries happen every single day. He can't. That's out of his control. But I feel like he didn't have the opportunity to go out there and at least give it a season. To see what he could be. Again, he lost his job off the field. He lost his job hurt, not on the field. Now, my stance would be different if he lost it off the field. Then I would say he just not as good, just not as good. But right now, with a full season of Brock Purdy, we're gonna really see how good Brock Purdy is. When people already know what he can do, full game planning from everybody, they already expect him to be the quarterback. So we're definitely gonna see. I just want to see that same energy. Like if you want to say the man is not good because of he only played in 4 games, and then want to say that's only a 4-game difference between him and Brock Purdy. Only 4-game difference between him and Brock Purdy. I mean, like I said, I just feel like Trey Lance didn't have the opportunity. He should have got an opportunity, but other than that, we'll see what happens against the 49ers. I'm happy what Brock Purdy did last year because I was the one calling him garbage. Because he wasn't good. He wasn't good at Iowa State. We all know that. He wasn't good in Iowa State.
He was relevant for a reason.
Yeah, he was a reason why he got undrafted. Why he did get undrafted, and that was a reason. So
no, he got drafted. He was the last pick in the draft.
Oh,
he was irrelevant.
I keep forgetting. That's kind of like it's kind of like not being drafted, but he was the last pick. But it's like I said, it's a reason why you were the last pick of the draft. But he wasn't good at Iowa State, so we had a reason to call him not so good, but then he came out those 8 games. He showed he could be a capable quarterback, but now it's a lot of pressure on him because it's a full season. Season. So, again, I'm still holding up on Trey Lance. I just want to see him a full season. I just think it's unfair to say he's not good, and he's only played in 4 games. I just think it's unfair for the guy. You haven't seen the guy for a full season.
I got cool in the comments. Cool, what's going on? Brock is not Purdy. The second question to this Trey Lance trade to Dallas is Dak Prescott in trouble?
I think it could be talked about. I think it's going to be some recognition if he's in trouble or not. But I know for sure Mike McCarthy, if they don't get the job done, I think he's gonna be in trouble. I think for sure he can be in trouble. I don't know about Dak Prescott yet. I think they will talk about it and give it some consideration, but I think Mike McCarthy will be the one in trouble than Dak Prescott this offseason.
I still think both of them going to be in trouble if the Cowboys don't at least make it to the second round or at least the NFC Championship game, at least get past the first round. I think Dak could be on his way out. I definitely know McCarthy gonna be on the hot seat. We gonna know later on in the season who's gonna be on the hot seat this year and who ain't. But somebody got to go. Cool says 49ers box Trey Lance and trade for that. And then Koo says Lance will learn from Dak, and Koo agrees. NFC Championship or bust. Dallas got to do something. I mean, you get Stephon Gilmore in, you bring in Brandon Cooks. You upgraded your secondary. You got him and Trayvon Diggs back there. You added a good slot guy in Brandon Cooks who still can get you 1,000 yards. You got CeeDee Lamb. You got Michael Gallup. You got a good defense. What is stopping y'all from, going all the way to the Super Bowl? So it's all or nothing. So yep. Who has the higher expectation, the Jets or Dallas?
It's always going to be Dallas. It's always going to be Dallas because they Dallas. It's the Dallas Cowboys. That's just how it is. It's always going. They supposed to have high expectations every single season. They literally the second best team in their division, and the Jets are not even the third. They're not even the second best team in their division. They're the third best team. They're arguably the third best team. Dallas is always going to be. They're always going to be high. They're always going to be high expectations on them.
I'm going to go with the Jets only because of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers been with Green Bay for so long. He only got that one championship, and he could never get back there. He always loses to the first round, whether it's to the Dallas or not Dallas, whether it's the 49ers, where they can't beat the 49ers or whatever reason in the first round. It's just now, can Aaron Rodgers take this team to a championship? We've seen what Brett Favre did. It's the same history. Brett Favre played for Green Bay. He left. He went to the Jets, but he went further with Minnesota. That, the Bounty Gate, I believe Minnesota would have, probably maybe went to the Super Bowl if it wasn't for that, because Favre was cooking. Favre was definitely cooking. But now we've seen Aaron Rodgers. Now he went to Green Bay. Now he left the Jets to see what he can do. He wanted his whole team there. You might as well call them the New York Packers. He got Lazard. He got Randall Cobb. He got who he wanted. He's trying to go after Bakhtiari, but they was like, no. Green Bay hung up the phone quick. They need protection for their quarterback. So we'll see what Aaron Rodgers can do with the Jets. I'm still not sold on them going to the playoffs. I'm going to take my bold prediction and still run with it and say the Jets ain't going. And y'all can at me and look at me all y'all want to. And if it comes true, I'm going to come back in here and say I told y'all so. So, especially the ones who looked at me crazy and I already know.
Me and Cool McCain, you ain't by yourself. Me and Cool McCain both said they ain't going to the playoffs. They're the third best team. We all said that. We both said that. We said that.
Starting what again? What am I starting? The Aaron Rodgers think he's not going to the Super Bowl? I mean, he's not going to the playoffs? Jets fans gonna be sick. And they got Dalvin Cook. They gonna be sick if they don't go.
Yeah, that's not far-fetched.
So got some rookies that's starting for the first time. Got your guy, number 2 pick overall, and CJ Stroud with the Texans. D'Amico Ryans already came out and said that. Again, you got Bryce Young, Mr. number 1 overall, Carolina Panthers, and also AR Anthony Richardson over there with the Colts. And you got some second-year quarterbacks getting starts. Brock Purdy's getting a start for San Fran. He already said that. Sam Darnold's going to be his backup. Y'all better hope and pray, San Fran, that Brock Purdy don't get hurt, because Sam Darnold ain't the answer either. Y'all going to wish y'all still had Trey Lance. But anyway, Sam Darnold's getting a nod. We got Kenny Pickett over there in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was looking pretty good. Let's see what they do in the regular season. Sam Howell is getting a nod over there in Washington. So shout out to Sam Howell. And then we got Desmond Ridder over in Atlanta. So how do you think those quarterbacks are going to do for their first time now starting a whole full season?
I feel like CJ Stroud. Bryce Young. I think they're gonna do fine. I think they're gonna do pretty solid. I think the only difference about Bryce Young, his offensive line and his size. Now that he's going against nothing but number ones, how would he hold up? I know CJ Stroud can hold up. CJ Stroud, 6'3". I mean, our offensive line is a little beat up a little bit, but we're going to have Tunsil. We're going to have Howard on the offensive line. We're going to have Shaq Mason. That's already improved already right there. So other than that, the offensive line been performing very well. First teamers, the varsity team, been doing well in the preseason, blocking for CJ Stroud. Imagine if they do that against Baltimore week 1 and stay consistent in blocking. CJ Stroud will eat you alive if he stands in that pocket all day, and he will find an open receiver. And he's also mobile enough. And athletic enough. If he needs to get out the pocket, he could do that. Bryce Young can do the same, but the only difference is offensive line has not performed very good. Sam Howell looks pretty solid. He was already announced the starter. When the last season was over, he was already announced the starter. It wasn't no difference on that. He was already announced the starter already. But I feel a lot of these quarterbacks going to do it. It's going to take Anthony Richardson some time. He's a raw talent, especially without Jonathan Taylor. I think Jonathan Taylor for Anthony Richardson is going to be a big ass loss for them. So other than that, I think some of these quarterbacks is going to be good. Especially, I believe in CJ and Bryce. The only thing was keep me, from Bryce, that the offensive line. And then if he gets laid on by a 300-pound lineman, oh my God, I hope he still be alive after that part right there. But other than that, CJ Stroud is, man, he can be the guy. He can be the guy of his class. Like I say, Anthony Richardson has the most upside if he can hit his potential, but that's if he can hit his potential. And CJ Stroud, he can be literally be the best quarterback in his draft. I don't think CJ Stroud never hit his ceiling, even in college. He hasn't hit his ceiling. His potential, Bryce Young probably has already hit his ceiling. CJ Stroud, I don't think he hit his ceiling yet, but I think you're going to see him hit his ceiling soon.
Can't wait to see what the rookies do. There's all the rookies in around the league, just not the quarterbacks. We have some big name rookies that came out. Running backs, the receivers, defensive guys. So just happy to see what they can do. So put a little together something and see what we can come up with and see how true this could be. It'll be funny if it happens. So out of the rookies I put together, and we're going to play who's going to have a better season. So out of the rookies, quarterbacks, we got Bryce Young, CJ, and AR. Which rookie will have a better passing yards out of those three?
CJ. I'm going to say CJ. He has the better passing yards.
Okay, CJ.
Now I think he's down the field a lot more better. Anthony Richardson got the better arm out of both of them. But for his passing yards, I believe CJ. I believe in CJ Stroud.
I'm gonna go with Bryce. Both teams, especially Houston, is a come up team. They got some weapons in their corner as well. Houston is going to surprise a lot of people too as well. The Texans. I'm gonna say Bryce. He still got a corner. A veteran wide receiver in Adam Thielen. They put weapons around him. So let's see what he can do over there in Carolina. You say CJ, I'm gonna say Bryce. So wide receivers, we got JSN when he comes back. We got Quentin Johnston. We got Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison. Who will have more receiving yards out of those four?
Quentin Johnston.
Between Addison and he in Minnesota, and he got to share reps with JJ. And then you got Zay Flowers and OBJ. in Baltimore. Then Johnston already is around receivers. Mikey Williams, Keenan Allen. So Herbert got a plethora of weapons to throw to. But I'm gonna say Zay Jones. Zay Flowers. I'm gonna say he has more receiving yards. Hope maybe Lamar won't have to run as much. So I'm gonna say Zay. Out of the tight ends, we got Musgrave from Green Bay. Got Michael Mayer from the Raiders. Got Laporta and Dalton Kincaid. Out of those tight ends, who has more catches?
I'm gonna say Sam Laporta because I believe Don Kincaid and Dawson Knox. I think Dawson Knox going to take catches away from Don Kincaid. I believe Don Kincaid will play a lot, but due to Sam Laporta being the tight end number 1 over there in Detroit, I'm just going to say Sam Laporta.
I was leaning towards that, but only because I'm going to say Musgrave only because Jordan Love, that's his first time being back there, and usually the tight ends are quarterback safety blankets. So I'm going to say Musgrave is going to be heavily utilized in that offense, especially with Jordan Love. So I'm going to say Musgrave. You got Laporta. When it comes to the running backs, Bijan Robinson, Zach Charbonnet, Jahmyr Gibbs. Who has more rushing touchdowns?
Bijan.
Again, see, it's okay to agree and it's okay to have our different opinions, but I'm going to say Jahmyr. They got, no Swift, no more Jamal Williams over there in Detroit. I think, Gibbs can have some touchdowns. Will get some touchdowns for the Lions. I'm going to say Gibbs. On the defensive side, we got Tyree Wilson. We got Jalen Carter. Your guy, Will Anderson. Got Miles Murphy. Who has the most sacks?
Will Anderson.
I was about to look. This is the one we gonna have to agree on because
I was gonna say somebody different though. I was actually gonna say somebody different.
Will Anderson, that it's going to be a problem for Texans in the defense with teams that go against them. D'Amico Ryans moved up to get him for a reason, but he looked good in preseason. College, you already see how dominant he is. I'm gonna go with Will Anderson here in this group when it comes to the rookies on the defense side. So for the DBs, we got Joey Porter Jr., Devin Witherspoon, Deonte Banks, and Emmanuel Forbes, who will have the most interceptions out of these groups.
Emmanuel Forbes gonna be a slot. I don't think he's gonna be more of an outsider. So I'm gonna go with Devontae Banks from Maryland.
I'm gonna say Witherspoon. One of the almost one of the best corners coming out this draft. So go with Witherspoon there. And so that was the rookies, all the rookies that's in so far their position. So we'll see how they do throughout the season, and who gonna get rookie offensive and defensive player rookie of the year. All right, y'all. So I still ain't add music to this, but we're gonna play the game, and it is. Who is this? I had to make my own music. I forgot to add the music. Well, I'll add the music. All right, so let me put this down. We got. I'm sure y'all will get these, but it's all in fun. I'm sure Coach will get them too, because he is the librarian here. All right, Coach. Drafted, he went to Purdue, got drafted by Pittsburgh, and he's played with the Raiders, San Fran, and the Baltimore Ravens. Now, before you go, anybody in the chat know who this is? This is the Hall of Fame edition of Who Am I? Donte, do you know?
It's kind of hard. It is like it's Hall of Famer, so it's gonna be more hard. It's a Hall of Famer, so it's gonna be more harder. It's gonna be more harder. So you said his college was Purdue. He went to San Francisco.
No, he was Purdue.
He went to Purdue.
He got drafted.
Okay.
By the Steelers, and these are the teams he played for.
All right, drafted by the Steelers, and this is. I want to. He an offensive player or a defensive player?
I'm not going to tell you that. Then you might get it.
No mind. All right, so I'm gonna assume it's an offensive player. I'm just gonna actually assume. I'm gonna actually assume. I want to assume it's not a defensive. I don't think it. I would. I have one dude up on my mind, but I think that's wrong because he played for the Steelers the whole time. So,
what did I stump Donte? Did I stump?
Because it's a Hall of Famer. It's a Hall of Famer. It's harder. It's a Hall of Famer. It's not no one in the league. It's a Hall of Famer. I gotta guess it. But I'm going to. Is it Vernon Davis?
Not Vernon Davis. I'll let you get another chance.
Okay. So he played for San Francisco, played with the Raiders, played with the. It wasn't him. Wasn't Anquan Bolden?
Nope. Let's see. You got it in the chat. And of course, ECG would know. Rod Woodson, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Rod, was he on your radar at all?
No, I didn't think of Rod Woodson. I didn't think of him. I just thought of some offensive guy.
Defensive player, Hall of Famer. He was a dog with Baltimore. You know, he played in Oakland. So that was a good one. I stumped Coach.
Hey, you got me. It's a Hall of Famer. It's gonna be harder. It's a Hall of Famer.
So the next two could be easy, but you know, I had to think of some people. So here we go. We're gonna bring up the next one here. Oh, come on. All right. Went to Florida State. Drafted by the Falcons. Played for Dallas, San Fran, Baltimore, and Washington. Donte, who am I?
I can't see the board thing. You say he played for who though?
So he played for.
Okay, I see it.
So he went to Florida State. He got drafted by the Falcons. He played for Dallas, San Fran, Baltimore, and Washington.
Say Dallas, San Fran, Baltimore, and Washington. Is it Deion?
Yes, sir. Prime time himself. Mr. Deion Sanders. Make sure everybody tune in to East Coast Gridiron. TCU versus Colorado State. Live play-by-play. All right, so we got one more here for y'all. And so another Hall of Famer, which it might be a dead giveaway, but still. You never know. I already know Donte's going to get it. As soon as I can bring it up. All right, here we go. Went to Marshall. Drafted by the Vikings.
Randy Moss. Randy Moss.
Played for the Raiders.
Randy Moss.
It is Randy Moss. Played for the Raiders, New England Patriots, San Fran, and the Titans. I know most people don't remember him playing for the Titans and San Fran, but it is Randy Moss. Straight cash, homie, Randy Moss. But yeah, yep, that will do it for the Who Am I segment again. Well, I'll have some more next week. Try to challenge our brains a little bit. And we'll do an NBA one because I know different colleges for the NBA players. So, what school did Randy go before Marshall? He got kicked out. Was it Virginia? I don't remember. I know he did get kicked out. It wasn't Virginia, was it? Florida. Oh yeah, that's right. Florida State. Bobby Bowden kicked on. That's right. I remember now. Donte, I can't wait for week 1 to come so you can have your coaches list back.
Yep.
But we're going to switch over to the NBA a little bit. That was NFL. That's all we had for the NFL right now. Ain't nothing really, no stories came through yet. Schefter, Daniel Jones, Saquon, Andrew Thomas, Darren Waller, Dexter Lawrence. They're all captains. Okay, that's nothing. Just making sure ain't nothing going on. Nope. Alrighty. They naming some people to the practice squad. We'll get into that the little bit. All right, so the NBA. We got the U.S. team. They did beat Greece last night. I think it was like 100-89 or something. But Austin Reeves has been playing very well on this U.S. team. How is Austin Reeves going to transfer over to the regular season? How good do you think Austin Reeves is going to do?
I think he's going to be the same like he was last year. I think he's going to, put up points. I think he's going to he's going to be one of the focal points of the Lakers offense. He's going to do what he does best, play hard defense. He's going to make open shots. He's going to create. And he's just going to be the same as he done last year. Not going to be an all-star Austin Reeves, but he's going to be the same Austin Reeves, someone that's going to contribute. And when you need a bucket, he's going to be someone that's going to get you a bucket.
You got that contract, 3 years, $54 million for the Lakers. Lakers should be in the playoff contention with the moves that they make. But Lakers fans thought they won the dang on NBA Finals the way they was drafted, happy over Gabe Vincent.
Yep.
Okay, but we're going to continue our series. We're going to continue to talk about the top 100. We left off at 70. No, we left off at the 90. So we're going to do 80 through 71, all the way till we get down to 100. And some interesting names. I've seen the list already. I'm like, okay. So it definitely wasn't bad. But we are at 79. So we had 80 to 79. Bring it up. No, really, I don't want to bring it up. You don't want to bring it up now? Gotta find it. I've seen the list is clickbait. I don't care if the list is clickbait. It's something that, how you know it's clickbait? How do you know this, Koo? They ain't even do all the way to 100 yet. We probably can guess who's in the top 3. I mean, the top 100. I mean, not the top 100, the top 20. But the list so far isn't bad. All right. Why is there so many things wrong with it? Me and Donte went through it last week, and those were good names for it to be from. Right? Why is it so wrong? What's wrong with it? Why? Because your boy Jalen was number 94. All right. Coming in at number 80. Got Franz Wagner.
Which one?
Magic.
The younger one?
France.
Yeah, okay, that's the younger one. Okay.
Number 80. 79, we got Derek White from the Celtics. 78, Bojan Bogdanovic from the Pistons.
Okay.
77, got Cam Johnson from Brooklyn Nets. I like Cam. What's going on, Simon? At 76, Michael Porter Jr.
Okay.
75, Jordan Poole. 74, Kelton Johnson from San Antonio.
Okay.
73,
Keldon Johnson actually is good. Keldon Johnson actually he's great. He's a good player.
OG Anunoby is at number 73. 72, we got Scary Terry and Terry Rozier. And 70, CP3. 71 is CP3. And we will have to get the list for next week for 70 and under. But CP3 rounding it off at 71. Anything wrong with that group?
I don't think so.
All right. So Bleacher Report did put out their top 15 wings. Point guards and wings. So we're going to go over that list. And we already knew Evan Fournier wanted to trade. Get out of here. Well, who's going to take Fournier? Ben Simmons.
I got a question. So go back to the other list. That we did. If you're still on that list. And cool, I want you to tell me what's wrong with that other list. Go back to start from 100 again.
Oh, 100. All right.
Yeah, so because he said that it wasn't that part. He's fine with that part. So go back to the other one, and you let me know what's wrong with the other list.
All right. So 100 was Austin Reeves.
Okay.
99 was LeVert. Walker Kessler. Wendell Carter Jr. at 97. Bobby Portis at 96. Herbert Jones, 95. Jalen Williams, Santa Clara, Jalen Williams. OKC, 94. Kayvon Looney, 93. Norman Powell, 92. And then Anthony Simons at 91.
So what's wrong with that? Well, let me know what's wrong with that. Is it Austin Reeves at 100 for his only season, good season? So you let me know what's wrong. You let me know what's wrong with that side, with that list.
Then you had number 90 was Spencer Dinwiddie. You had 89 was Tobias. 88 was RJ Barrett.
Oh, it's never mind. Okay, we can move
87
on.
is
I know. Yeah, you're right. I know. It's another. Yeah, I know. You're gonna change your mind. Yeah, I know that. At that point. Yeah.
86 Robert Williams. 85 Keegan Murray. 84 Jaden McDaniels. 83 is Josh Giddey. 82 Trey Murphy. 81 Jalen Green. So you got 3 OKC stars in the top 100 list so far, at the back end. All right. Ben Simmons says his goal is to dominate players next year. Okay, Ben, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it, Ben. All right, so here's the Bleachers Report top 15 wings for next season. Coming in at number 15 is Chris Middleton.
Okay.
14 is OG Anunoby. 13, Andrew Wiggins. You got 12, DeMar DeRozan. Number 11, Pablo Banchero.
Okay.
10, Lauri Markkanen.
All right, Lord.
9, Brandon Ingram. Mikal Bridges at number 8. Jaylen Brown, number 7. PG at 6. Kawhi Leonard at 5. Jimmy Buckets 4. Kevin Durant 3. LeBron James 2. Jason Tatum number 1 when it comes to wings for next season. Anything wrong with that list?
I don't think Lauri Markkanen is a wing. I think he's more of a power forward / center.
So if you had to take Lauri Markkanen out, who would you add?
Devin Booker is on the list?
No.
Yeah, I'll put Devin Booker because he's more of a wing. He's more of a wing person. I'll put him on the list. I don't think Lauri Markkanen is a wing. I think he's an inside guy.
All right. And let me find the point guards. Oh, Ben Simmons hitting jumpers again. This is nothing.
He ain't gonna do that in the game.
This is a neck exactly. This is nothing new. He does this every single summer to get people hyped, and he does nothing. All right, so here's the bleacher. Here's top 15 guards for next season. Coming in at number 15, Bradley Beal. 14, Tyrese Halliburton. 13, Trae Young. Number 12, Kyrie Irving. Number 11, James Harden. 10, Ja Morant. Donovan Mitchell at 9. De'Aaron Fox at 8. Jamal Murray 7. Anthony Edwards 6. Dame at 5. SGA number 4. Booker number 3. Seth Curry 2. Luka number 1.
Okay. So they got him as a what? They got him as a shooting.
They got him as a guard. They got him as a guard. It just says guard. So
all right.
So they got Book number 3. That wasn't a bad list though. I'll take that. Even James Harden at number 11. I mean, he's not the same Harden, but he still can give you 12 and 10. All right, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He said he doesn't know if he wants to re-sign unless he knows Milwaukee is some type of contender again. Do you see Giannis leaving, and where do you see him going to, or does he stay put?
Well, by next year, by the next off season, I'll be able to answer the question where I see him going to. But as far as the win, as far as do I see them winning? I think this year they have to do it. I think if it's they had a disappointing season last year because they got beat in the first round. I think this year he has to do it. I think this year it's a good chance. Miami still don't got Damian Lillard in the building. They still don't got him in the building as of right now. So you should be able to beat Miami. But other than that, we already know how Miami is when they get to the playoffs. Boston is still going to be a playoff championship threat. So for right now, they're in that window. They got everybody back. They resigned Brook Lopez. They resigned Middleton, banking on him to be healthy. But other than that, there's only 3 teams in the East that's championship contenders. So they have to do it this year. They have to do it this year. If you want to say 4 teams, if you want to say I think it's only 3 teams. Yeah, I'm gonna just go 3 teams in the East. I don't think it's not a lot of teams in the championship window in the Eastern Conference. I'm gonna only bank on say 3 teams and say it's 3 teams in the East that are just championship contenders. And Harden hasn't even got traded yet.
Harden ain't going nowhere.
Darren Moore, pay him. I bet you won't pay him.
No, we're not going to pay no Harden. All right, so talking a little MLB, this is what Fridge was saying. The Angels have placed starter Gary Leto, reliever Matt Moore, Ronaldo Lopez, outfielders Hunter Renfroe, Riddell Gittruck on waivers. That's half the team. What is the Angels doing?
might well just stay. They might well just take the season. They ain't doing anything. They might well. They just got Lucas Giolito in a trade, and they all some waving about. They try to be like the Cardinals of football.
Oh my God! So for the Angels, this will be a pure salary dump because there are no longer any August trades. All they will get from the transaction is salary relief. Teams that claim the players will only need to pay their salaries for the rest of the season. Who gets the players will be determined by reverse order of record. The team with the worst record that puts in a claim on a player will receive them. And there are going to be plenty of teams to put in from playoff caliber teams that need a starter and bullpen help and bats. Look, I'll take Renfroe. He played left field. Keep Kyle Schwarber's ass out of left field. But yo, that is ridiculous.
Yep.
I feel Ohtani's walking. We all know he ain't staying in that part of LA. He wants to stay on the West Coast.
Now? You said Renfroe on now too?
Hunter Renfroe, yes.
Yeah,
Ohtani's going. Poor Mike Trout. He's stuck in hell. He gotta try to find a way out of there. Like he gotta find a way out of. He gotta find a way out of LA. Your guy hit the cycle yesterday. Jose Altuve hit the cycle for the Astros. They beat up on the Red Sox. Bichette's going on the IR. On the IL. Brantley, he coming off the IR.
Yep.
So y'all gonna have Brantley back?
Yep.
Who else? Just going over some news here. Twins rookie Lewis hits 2 grand slam in 2 days. That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. So we do have some potential. We got the top 10 MLB fantasy league. Free agents for next year. Of course, you know Ohtani is number 1. Let me see if I can go through this and not remember this off the top of my head. Definitely know Ohtani was 1. I think Cody Bellinger was another one.
Yep.
All right, so Josh Hader was another one. So we got Edgardo Rodriguez, still a left-handed pitcher. Cody Bellinger. Got Marcus Stroman. Josh Hader, closer. Blake Snell. I don't know if I want Snell. He up and down. Lucas Giolito. That's a shame. He got traded, and then now he got cut. Now he ain't got no job. We got Julio Herrera. Aaron Nola. Somebody can take Nola.
Nah, keep him on your roster.
Nola can go.
Keep him on the Phillies.
Nola can go. Matt Chapman, and of course Shohei Ohtani. Is all in line for free agents next year. And I did see Nola. They was talking about 3 years, maybe $100 million. I don't want Nola back. God, help us all.
Hey, you know what? We'll do it. Guess what? We'll take them out your hands. We'll make them better. That show will make them better.
He's had his issues. I don't know why, but he still has an issue with the pitch clock. We into August, September. Why are you still having a problem with this pitch clock? But anyway, don't bring Nola back. Don't bring him back. But turning over to the WNBA. Oh well, no, we got the wild card race.
Yeah.
Going on here. So in the American League, we got Tampa Bay, the Texas Rangers, and the Houston Astros is at that number. Y'all actually tied. Are actually tied right now. The Phillies are winning that first wild card spot. We got the Cubs. Who would have thought the Cubs would be in a wild card race right now? And the Diamondbacks. We haven't seen the Diamondbacks in the playoffs in a very long time. But we all know who the leaders are. Baltimore still leading that AL East. We got the Central still the Twins. The West is the Mariners. And we got Atlanta for the East. And in the NL, we got the Brewers. They're number one. And I know Hayden's happy about that. And then we got the Dodgers winning in the West. Any changes from now to season's over?
I will expect one, but other than that, regardless, my Astros got it. All we gotta do is get in. That's it. If we get in, you better hope it ain't. Nobody better hope we not healthy. They better hope we hurt. But again, time and time again, we show why we're one of the best top team in baseball. So all we gotta do is get in. I know a lot of people saying, it's a disappointing year for the Astros, and a lot of people wishing on our downfall. But don't worry about it. We get in. That's not a team you're gonna want to face. You're not gonna want to face us. We did it time and time again. We get Bradley back. We still got some pitching concerns. To able to be 14 games over 500, and to be for the All-Star break, and we had our pitcher's been hurt. Garcia's been out for the season. He's out for the season. We played without even Lance McCullers. Lance McCullers hasn't even played. So our pitching staff beat up and stuff like that. Our bullpen wasn't the same, but once we get in, we can be a dangerous fight. So again, I don't mind us being in the wild card race, because at the end of the day, they know what Astros team what they expect. They turn up in the playoffs. That's what it's all about. As long as you play your best ball, going into the playoffs, don't care who we going against.
Oh man, I know. Do you have a drink right now? Oh man, I know you are sick right now.
Man, you remember what you said? If the Jets finish in front of you, you might be going to a mental hospital, right? If the Jets finish in front of you,
he gonna need the oxygen.
Oh yeah. Hey, oh man, you survived last year. You kind of survived it last year. I don't know if you may survive it.
They don't got they got one quarterback. One quarterback. And they traded the kicker.
Dang.
Man, oh man.
Hey, oh man, you survived last year. Go ahead.
Philly's not doing too bad either. I mean, Trey Turner finally kicked his ass in the gear. Finally. Bryce Harper's coming along. He said, I'm glad Zappy's going, but Cunningham. Oh, he was happy. I just don't know what's going on over there in Foxborough. Week 1, we coming for you. Week 1, we are coming for you in Foxborough. We're going to ruin Tom Brady's day. Oh, wait. Got some other waivers. So, Yankees outfielder Harrison Bader, Carlos Carrasco. We got White Sox pitcher Mike Clevinger. We got Jose Cenero. They got put on waivers too.
Damn, Harrison Bader? Man, okay. Clean house then.
Cleaning house. And then y'all put guard Kenyon Green on the injured reserve.
Yep. He gonna basically be out for the season.
That's still crazy how the Angels, yo. Like I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But all right. So moving on to the WNBA for a little bit. It's almost playoff time for the WNBA. And coming down to the wire here with the standings, the Las Vegas Aces is 30-6. We got New York Liberty 28-7, Connecticut Sun 24-11. Dallas is still holding on 19-16. Minnesota, I thought they was a goners, but they are 17-18. Washington 16-18. ATL 16-19. The Sparks 15-19, and then on the outside looking in, we got Chicago, Indy, Seattle, and Phoenix are out of playoff contention. But Indiana has went over our goal, Donte. We said at least 10 games. They won 11.
Yep.
They won 11. The Fever has won 11. So I am good with that. But so the Sparks are at the number 8 seed. Again, I didn't think we was going to be there, but we're going to get knocked out the first round of the playoffs. Are Liberty the biggest threats to them Aces?
As of right now, yep. They are the biggest threat to the Aces as of right now, yep. They're the equalizer to the Las Vegas Aces. They just got just as much talent as the Las Vegas Aces got. They can match up every step of the way with the Las Vegas Aces. Guard play, small forward, center wise, they can match up. So yes, they are the biggest threat.
Yeah, they beat the Aces how many times in the regular season? What?
Three? I know it was 3, yep. One in the Commissioner's Cup, one earlier, and just a few days ago. Last night, I believe.
Yeah, they won the other day. Mystic beat the Liberty beat Aces as well.
Yep.
Now, with a full, healthy Mystic squad, are they a threat in the playoffs?
It depends on when Elena Delle Donne comes back. And if Elena Delle Donne comes back, I believe they can.
I think she's back. She's back.
Yeah, if she's back, then they can be probably a dark horse. But I believe Shakira Austin, I believe she helps a lot. But then Elena Delle Donne and Ariel Atkins, that helps a lot. Depending on the matchup. Yes, I believe it helps.
Again, EDD, when she's on, she's dangerous. That I like that Mystics team. Of course, I've always been Elena Delle Donne fan since she came into the league. Followed her in college at Delaware. So the WNBA playoff is going to be good. But Seattle and Phoenix are out of the playoffs. Phoenix breaks their streak because they always get to the playoffs, but they go on a full rebuild. Do you think Phoenix can get the number 1 overall pick?
Do I think Phoenix can get the number 1? Yep. Yeah, I believe they could. I believe Seattle could. So I believe Seattle could get the number 1 overall pick. I believe, I believe all 3 of those teams can potentially get the number 1 overall pick. But I believe Phoenix need to clean house, man. I believe they really need to go to a rebuild mode. I really do. But it's starting with the head coach. Who you going to choose as the head coach going into next year? Got to get that right.
I don't know if Skylar Diggins is going to come back.
I wouldn't go back. If I was Skylar Diggins, I'm not going back. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Definitely, that's going to be a rebuilding team. We probably know BG will probably stick around and play some more games. But, yeah, but as further than that, Phoenix needs a good rebuild. They got good players. They just got to piece them together.
Yep.
And I'd had the playoff scenarios here because the Aces in New York are already in. They're already in. So the playoff picture. So the Liberty gains ground on the Aces. Mercury and Storm are eliminated. So the Aces, the Liberty, and the Sun have all clinched a spot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 4 through 10. If we want to be real, it's up for maybe not Indiana, but the Sky have a chance to come back. But Indiana hasn't been eliminated yet. So if you want to be realistically, they still have
haven't been eliminated yet. God.
They still have a chance. The Aces series is 2-2 with the Liberty. So they won 2 games apiece.
Okay.
Aces won the series the Sun won the series with the Liberty. So they're 3-0 against them.
Okay.
So in the first round, it'll be the Liberty versus Atlanta. We're gonna get knocked out. We gotta play the Aces.
Then y'all play the Aces.
We're gonna get swept. If we're still the 8th seed by the time the playoffs start, the Las Vegas Aces is sweeping the Los Angeles Sparks. I am calling it now. We're getting swept.
Who right behind y'all?
In a 3-game series. Minnesota.
Minnesota right behind y'all?
Minnesota. Oh no, it's Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta gonna catch y'all.
So the Aces will play the Sparks. The New York will play Atlanta. Connecticut will play Washington, and then Dallas and Minnesota will play because they're the 4 and 5.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be a good matchup.
But we're gonna get swept.
Y'all might well save yourself from embarrassment. Y'all might well let Atlanta get that.
Either way, we're gonna get swept by New York. It don't matter. So, but yeah. But who do you like in the playoffs? Like who do you think is gonna win it all?
I'm going to go with the Las Vegas Aces again, a 2-peat. I'm gonna go with a 2-peat.
Yeah, I think I mean it might come down to the Aces and New York in the finals.
Yep.
If that's the case, then I'm gonna have to go with New York. They had their number all year. I'm gonna have to go with New York. Sabrina Ionescu been killing it. Stewie's been killing it. So I'm gonna go with the Liberty at this point. It's my favorites right now. I know it's the Aces because they're the defending champs, but New York is knocking at your door.
Oh no, they're not gonna lay down to them. Not gonna lay down to them at all. They can beat them.
So we're gonna go over the college football schedule for week 1. Week 0 was in the books. How was those games? So I wasn't home to watch them.
The games was all right. Outside of that that darn game. That early game that I went to sleep on.
Notre Dame, that was an ass whooping. I didn't see the score.
I went to sleep on that game. I got up out of my boy East Stream and just took a nap. That game was terrible. I thought USC was good for one half. They get San Jose State, and that Vanderbilt Hawaii game proved to be good. So yeah, some good week 0 games.
Kyle McCord will be your starting quarterback for Ohio State. We all know CJ Stroud is with the Texans now. How do you think he's going to do?
Kyle McCord?
Mm-hmm.
If he should do fine. He got the probably the best receiving core in college football. He should be fine. If he struggles with these type of receivers, then you don't need to be the quarterback of this team. This is what it is. You shouldn't struggle with the best receiving core in college. You shouldn't.
I know you was talking about USC earlier, Lincoln Riley. Are you sold on that?
No. I'm not sold on USC.
All the USC fans watching.
Not
sold.
They got to show me they can beat Utah. They lost to Utah literally 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row, literally. Yes, you got to show me you can beat Utah. Plus you allowed 28 points against San Jose State. How I'm supposed to show you if the team cannot play any type of defense? You can score on the offensive side of the ball, but you got to stop somebody on the defensive side too.
That Cam Rising, that play for Utah?
Yeah, Cam Rising back. He still play.
I never forget he got popped that one game.
Yep.
Helmet flew off and everything. I was like, oh my God. Biggest surprise in the roster moves in the NFL. This the biggest surprise? Jeff wants to know.
The biggest.
New England getting rid of all their quarterbacks.
Yep.
He said, "Oh, you made
Yeah, because I cleaned out my mods the other day and made some new ones. It's only y'all. Like y'all will eat them. Y'all may be the only new ones.
How many wins do you think Colorado gets this year? What's their?
I say 6. I think they can win 6 games.
Is it enough for? It's not enough for a bowl.
Yeah, it's enough for bowl. I think 6 wins is enough for a bowl. I think that's what you got to get, that 6 win mark. I say 6. I think they go 6-6 at least.
Okay, we're gonna see that first game this week. See what Coach Prime does with that Buff team. Are they together? I want to. Travis Henry got himself a podcast. I'm like,
Well, he does.
But Travis Henry is special, man. So I want to see what he does. If he gonna play both ways or he just gonna play corner. I know in practice, everybody else has their jersey. He has a special one because he played both sides. All right, so before we get on out of here, let's do these picks and predictions and see who is going to win week 1. I don't know if Donte's going to have his bold predictions already or an upset.
I'm already done. Y'all already know. This is my time of the year. This is the time I'm gonna start picking upsets. I'm gonna start actually picking upsets. So I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. So the early games, we got East Carolina up against number 2 Michigan.
Whooping Michigan.
We got number 12 Tennessee versus Virginia.
Tennessee.
And again, TCU ranked 17 against Coach Prime and his Colorado team. Who wins this game?
I want to go with the upset so bad, but I'm going to say that whooping TCU.
They got minus 20.5 points for TCU. Damn.
Yeah.
Arkansas State versus Oklahoma, number 20 Oklahoma.
I'm going to go Oklahoma. It should be a whooping, though.
Utah State versus Iowa.
Iowa.
Mercy and Ole Miss. Ole Miss.
Whooping.
Portland State versus Oregon.
Whooping.
We got the Blue Field in Boise State versus Washington.
You know what? Upset. I'm going to say upset pick. One of my upset pick. Boise State versus Washington. I'm going to say Boise State win in a close game.
Oh,
Washington could blow them out, but I'm going to say Boise State.
Your Longhorns versus Rice.
Whooping.
Tennessee State versus Notre Dame.
Whooping.
Wisconsin against Buffalo.
Whooping.
UT Martin against
Whooping.
Georgia. Why?
Whooping.
They do. Oh my God. So in Nevada versus USC.
Whooping.
Jeff said he's taking Colorado to cover. I don't see TCU destroying them.
Yeah, I think TCU will whoop their ass. I really do.
SC.
I would be happy if they lose. I would be happy if TCU lose so I can laugh at Jeff. So I would be, actually.
SC Missouri versus Kansas State.
SC Missouri versus who?
Kansas State.
Kansas State. Whooping.
New Mexico, Texas A&M.
Whooping.
MTSU versus Alabama.
Whooping.
The battle of the Carolinas. North Carolina versus South Carolina.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with South Carolina.
What's that? Drake May and who's South Carolina quarterback?
Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler, that's right.
Yeah.
And then we got South Alabama versus Tulane. On Friday.
Okay.
Florida versus Utah.
I'm going for Utah.
Thursday.
I'm going for Utah. Hey, Utah. I think it's going to be a closer game, though, but Utah is going to be tough at home. That's actually a dog. I actually got them in one of my 3 playoff spots. I don't got a 4th playoff team yet. I got 3 of them, though, but I don't got a 4th one yet.
We got college football Sunday and Monday for the Labor Day weekend. So Oregon State versus San Jose State on Sunday.
Oregon State.
LSU versus Florida State. 2 ranked teams here.
Man, that's going to be tough, man. Lord Jesus. Jesus, that's going to be tough, man. I'm going to go with Florida State.
They got the spread at LSU 2.5. That's how close they got it.
How close it is. You can't go no wrong with either one.
And then Monday, Labor Day, we got Clemson versus Duke.
I'm going with Clemson.
All right, y'all, there you have it. Week 1 of college football is back. Football is back. This is my favorite time of year. It's my favorite time of year. And then basketball season comes, but I pay attention to basketball in the regular season. I don't really pay attention until really watching it until the playoffs. But I still, of course, I still follow everything. He said you love seeing me in pain, Coach, don't you?
Yeah, I love messing with you, y'all. I love seeing you in pain. So if they do beat y'all, you just know, hey, you gotta be like, oh my God, Coach for the give me.
Just gotta get an I'm coming shirt.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, hey, you do gotta get that. Hey, Jump. If Colorado coming out and beat y'all, you gotta get a Coach Prime. What do you say? I'm coming.
I'm coming. Oh man, but yeah, football's back. Make sure y'all stay tuned to everything. We got a new merch site. The merch is in the description. If y'all want to get some merch, support us. Me, Coach Donte, and the 7200 Seconds podcast. We got merch in the link. Merch. The link is in the description. Also, the link for the Sports Wave Network. Make sure y'all subscribe to that. Up and coming. The launch will be coming up this weekend. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. We got the Sunday showdown with Coach Donte and my boy Ian. They're going to run down, and Martin as well. They're going to run down everything for week 1. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Only on the Sports Wave Network. So if y'all want to see them for the college show Saturday coming up, just make sure y'all subscribe to the channel in the description. But good show. We on 65, Donte. We are moving on up,
man. Yep.
Coach Donte probably was doing his Longhorns. Or you said you're doing the Longhorns, or
Longhorns for Rice versus Longhorns? Yes, Saturday. Right after E and all of us do the Colorado game. I'm doing the Longhorns game.
So, Coach, is the mercy rule still in effect?
Yeah, the mercy rule may be still in effect if the ass whooping happens. Yes, just like Bobby put the first ever mercy rule on the Sports Wave Network. That ass kicking got actually worse since he left, so he ought to be glad he got up off that stream.
Look, you already know I got a mercy rule. I mean, especially when it comes to college football, because I'm going to be doing more of those games this year. So make sure y'all tune out for that. Of course, me and Coach going to be handling the Monday and Sunday duties when it comes to Sunday night football and Monday night football.
Yep.
Coach will probably hold down the Thursday games.
Yep.
But yeah, it's definitely going to be fun this year. I can't wait for football to start. So any last words, Coach, before we rolling out of here?
Man, just thank y'all for y'all support, man. We almost at 100, man. We gonna get there. Thank y'all for supporting us this long, man. Thank y'all so much.
Yes, sir. As always, love, peace, and hair grease. Don't do nothing dumb. But of course, always, if you do something dumb, just make sure you be safe about it. Like, if you're going to get really, really drunk, don't go outside. Don't drive. Don't do none of that, because then you'll be doing something dumb. But I don't want you to do nothing dumb. So, but until next Tuesday, we're going to break down the NFL season week 1. We're going to definitely break that down. Picks and predictions. Come on. Make sure y'all come on back. But we going to get on out of here. We see y'all in the next live stream.
Yep.
Have a good night, y'all.
Have a good night.